I'm a lazy person. Let's do radio. And that's when I decided.
You're right, bro. So, why do they call you Nugget?
Oh man, this is a dumb story.
Let me know.
Uh, I was eating chicken nuggets. I had an eating contest against this dude that was 300 pounds, and we got 300 chicken nuggets from Wendy's. We had him put them in a garbage bag full of chicken nuggets. It was an unused garbage bag, and we had all these nuggets. And I beat the 300-pound dude. I ate 42. He only ate 35. And before we started, we had to drink an entire shake.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
That is
after
a
that,
lot
they
of
started
nuggets.
calling me that.
I see now.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about ClickHot.com. Like, whatever made you guys want to get an online broadcasting station going.
Well, the way we look at it is it's not really a radio station. It's a website that happens to have a radio signal in Northeast Indiana. So it started out as a website, and we were like, this would be really cool if there was a way for the average person to find out about it, not just trying to go online and stuff, because everybody uses the same stuff. Everybody uses Pandora, and there's this new thing called Songza and Spotify and stuff like that. And it's so hard to compete with how big those are. Mm-hmm. So we were like, well, we got to get it out there somehow. Let's give it a signal and broadcast it in Indiana. So that's how it started out.
So, like, do you think people listen to the radio more online or in their car?
See, it's different because I feel like the more cars get those little, the auxiliary cords that you plug into your iPhone or whatever. The more cars that have that, the more people that are going to listen online. Do you mean like our station or just
Your
in general?
station. I love your station.
I think more people in Indiana listen in their car, but we have numbers from around the country of people listening. Like we have, the last time I checked, and I don't know if this number is still accurate, it probably went up, but the last time I checked, we had 4,000 people in Chicago listening, like a bunch of people in Australia. This girl hit me up on Twitter the other day from the UK. She's like, I listen to your show every morning. I was like, man, I need to move to the UK, get with this girl.
Right.
But yeah, so as far as Indiana goes, it's more people in their car, but worldwide, probably more people online.
Mm-hmm. All right, so like, what do you like about your job, and then what don't you like about your job?
I like that I don't have to wear a uniform. I like that it's all I got to do is really talk. I mean, the whole concept at clickhop.com is that people pick everything that's played, so I don't have to deal with any of that. I don't have to move in CDs or play it from the playlist or anything.
Mm-hmm.
All that's taken care of. All I have to do is sit there and talk.
I like that.
What I don't like about it, I don't really know, man. I don't like Jess, my co-host. Whenever I get a bunch of food, she'll eat all my food. I'm not a big fan of that. Sometimes I'll have it in my desk, and then I'll look the next day and it'll be gone. So I'm not a big fan of how grubby my co-host is. I don't know, man. That's about it. I don't really have any complaints.
That's nice to know. Never want no complaints at your work or your job or nothing like that.
That's tough to pull off.
So, like, say for instance, would you rather work in, like, California or DJ in, like, New York or something like that?
I actually just moved here. I used to work for another radio station here called 107.9, Hot 107.9, and I moved. I was doing nights there, and then I moved to New York to work for CBS, and I was working there for almost a year, and then ClickHop.com offered me the morning show. And I came back even though I was living in New York City, and it was great out there, and I had no complaints. But what's cool about Fort Wayne is that you could drive anywhere you need to go in 15 or 20 minutes or less, and that's kind of cool. Whereas in New York, if you're trying to go somewhere, there would be people that would drive 2 hours to work, and that was just a normal day. That was every day. So when you think about stuff like that, it's so much easier to live in a city like Fort Wayne, and it's easier to raise a family, and the schools are good, and it's kind of cool. I like living here a lot. People that grew up here are all like, no, I hate this, I want to get out of this city. But if you don't grow up here, I feel like it's not as bad as when you grow up here and you're just like, man, I just need to change.
I never looked at it like that.
Yeah, I mean,
So, top 3 artists that people are clicking right now.
Artist, that would have to be 2 Chainz. I mean, aside from the basics, everybody clicks on Jay-Z, Kanye, Eminem. The new ones that are kind of coming up are 2 Chainz, Wiz Khalifa, Juicy J. What?
A$AP Rocky.
A little bit, but they had Hands on the Wheel that came out, and that was really their last. They haven't really come through with anything that's been like that they've really been trying to push lately.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like they're starting to die off, and I hope they come out with something else good soon, because they haven't really had anything that's been big like that lately.
All right.
Why, are you a big fan of A$AP Rocky?
Well, yeah, I kind of listened to like his new mixtapes. Well, the new one he's got out.
Does he got anything that would be good, probably?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go today and click on your website.
All right, cool. Yeah, do it.
But all right, last question. Any advice to students like me, you know what I'm saying, like to be interested in radio career?
The way that everybody takes a different way to get there, but the way that I started out and the way that a lot of people I know started out is if you intern. That's the best way. And it sucks because interning, you don't always get paid, and you got to work pretty hard to get noticed. But if you do it and you put in time, then that normally pays off. Like, it paid off for me. I interned for 3 years before I got on the air.
What is like what does an intern do?
They're pretty much just whatever people need. As an intern, what I did was I answered phone calls before the DJs would get to them, and made sure that it wasn't like some kid going, "Hey, can I hear Justin Bieber?" And stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anything that the DJs really need, eventually you start editing audio and stuff like that, and you just learn everything that you can. Your main job as an intern is just to learn. And if you're interning somewhere where they're not trying to teach you anything, then it's time to find somewhere else.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps up our interview. Thanks, Nugget, for coming.
Thanks, man. Wait, what? I thought you had another question. You were going to ask me what my favorite 3 artists were.
Oh,
What
are your favorite
I was
3
pumped
artists?
about that question. I was waiting this whole interview. I was like, man, I can't wait.
Oh, man.
I don't have any.
Oh, man. You're so funny. He sounds just like he does on the radio.
I don't use a radio voice. A lot of people will like cheese it up for the radio.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, "Hey, what's going on? We're gonna have a Nickelback weekend. I went to the dollar store. They only gave me a Nickelback because it's Nickelback weekend," and like saying stuff like that. And I just don't do that at all. I just talk like normal, like how I talk to people. But yeah, man, thanks for the interview. It was good.
No problem.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Anytime, man.
Good deal. Don't look at the camera, man. Don't look at the camera.